You better hope that you got a good referee because
don't make excuses. Don't make excuses now. Don't make excuses now.
I'm not making no excuses.
Okay, all right.
I'm coming ready, bro.
Listen,
I'm coming ready.
I'm not worried about no referee.
Right, so
I'm not worried about no judges. It's me and you in there.
Okay, welcome back to Boxing on the Edge. I hope everyone's doing good. I just want to say thank you to anybody that's tuned in, any subscribers watching, anyone that's liked any of the videos before. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Quick shout out to G-Man Boxing, Chris Andre, Outmatch Boxing, Hatman, and anybody on Hatman's Discord server that I've been speaking to over the past, few months. Big up everybody. Let's keep the positive vibes alive and let's get into some boxing talk. Okay, so this coming Saturday, we've got Devin the Dream Haney versus Jo Diaz. Good fight, very good fight. This is for Haney's WBC belt. Whatever you want to make of that. I know it was controversial how he ended up with it, but he still has it. He's the champ and it's on the line. So he'll be defending that. Jo Diaz will actually have an opportunity to be a 3-time world champion. Now that surprised me. Fair play to him. That snuck under me, but I know he beat Tevin Farmer a couple years back, and then I think it was Rakhimov, but he's got a chance to win his third world champion and move on to pretty mega fights, really. Let's be honest, there's an undisputed fight right there with Kambosos, and the same for Haney should he be victorious. Some really, really big fights for him, which we'll get onto later, but he certainly needs. So yeah, excellent opportunity. A lot of good stuff going on in boxing right now with regards to undisputed champs. There's, currently we have Canelo undisputed, Josh Taylor's undisputed. We've got another undisputed fight in the Charlo and Castano, and then we got another potential 2 other ones in the heavyweight division and in the lightweight division. So I'm not sure if there's ever been a time where there's possibly that many undisputed champs at the same time, should it happen. So perhaps anybody that knows that, let me know in the comment section, but it's exciting. Okay, let's start with Devin Haney. Okay, so supreme talent. We started off. Well, he was from California, but he moved to Vegas and he went to the Mayweather gym. Training with Mayweather Senior. Very highly touted. Mayweather Senior used to bang on about him a long time ago. I used to watch a lot of videos, and he would always talk about Devin Haney. So he is a supreme talent. Hasn't quite had the marquee win or performance that we would have liked, and he's with the rest of the names in the lightweight division, he just tends to fall just below them. Although he's handled his business, he's won convincingly for the most part. I'd say he had a little hiccup against Linares, but actually I thought that was actually quite remarkable. Remarkable is a strong word. Very good what he actually did in terms of how he reacted. He got clipped from a blistering combination, really. It was got caught in the pocket. He actually evaded 2 or 3 shots, blocked another one, tightened up, and then got caught with a superb right hand on a 4 or 5 punch combination by a former elite fighter. Nothing to be ashamed of. Went back to the corner, wobbled a little bit, smiled, came back out, and saw the fight out. Had an interesting round 11 and 12. But he didn't lose his composure. He was hurt and a bit tired, but he showed a lot of character and a lot of intelligence too. And a lot of maturity. So he came through that, and now here we are. He's got an opportunity to put himself in a really good position to get some pretty big fights, to be honest with you. Borderline super fights, I'd say, especially if he gets the tank fight. So, all right, let's move on to Jo Diaz. As I said, he is a former Olympian. He has been fighting at super bantamweight for most of his, or half of his career. So this is only his second fight at lightweight. He is a tenacious, boxer, pressure fighter. He's not your classic pressure fighter. Doesn't just come forward. Because he has that Olympic background, he can box a little bit. Although I'm going to get into the fight plan a bit later. That's not in his best interest to do that. But he's going to look to turn the heat up eventually, but he is calculated. He does like to rough people up, and he does like to throw a lot of punches on the inside anywhere. Like he'll hit you anywhere on the arm. It kind of reminds me a little bit of what Canelo was doing to Plant a little bit, or what Canelo has been doing to many fighters, to be honest. He'll just hit you everywhere. On the arms, on the legs, maybe not the legs, but on the arms, in the stomach, on the back, wherever. Jo Diaz is looking to make it physical and rough, and that's what he needs to do to have, a chance to win this fight. He's been through adversity too. He had a savage cut in one of his previous fights right here on a really bad part of the eye. Didn't seem like it bothered him that much. Carried on fighting. That's good to see. He's a very tough man, and he's ready. He looks strong. He sounds confident. And he's in the prime of his life by his own admission and by Devin Haney's admission. They both said that, he's in the prime of his life. So it's going to be, I think it'll be a good fight. So moving on to the actual fight breakdown or details, I think Devin Haney, his jab is one of the best jabs in boxing, I would say. It's tremendously fast. It's tremendously accurate. It comes with great timing. It's educated. He can use it in different ways. He has this stunning ability to feint the jab and come around with a left hook, which I think is going to be a key, which he could also slam the right hand in too. So if he feints, comes around with a left hook, boom, comes in with the right hand, or just uses his jabs, he's got to keep himself on the outside of that southpaw foot, okay? Now, why? Well, if Jo Diaz has his foot on the outside, and I'm talking about his lead foot, then his left hand is a better puncher. It's more in line, and it's more in range. Whereas if Haney's foot is on the outside, his right hand is in a better position to land, but also his jab. So I'd expect him to really control the range, use his ring generalship as he always does, and flash that jab in and throw some feints, and then come around with a hook and come around with the right hand and keep sticking that jab and be on the move. He's got to be on the move, really. He's probably going to get caught up in a few exchanges on the inside, because that's where Diaz is going to want to catch him and keep him. But, as the fight progresses, I expect Diaz to turn the temperature up a little bit and try to, just hit him everywhere and try to slow him down, hit him to the body, get those legs to slow down a little bit, and probably try to hit him on the arms, like I said earlier, because if his jab is the key and he wants to slow it down, just whack him on the arm. Just an old school tactic, but he's got to do what he has to do. But in my opinion, I think Devin Haney is just too fast. He's too clever. He's too athletic. And I think he's ready. He comes in great shape. He can fight 12 rounds, no problem. I think he's going to put on a performance. I think he'll have a few moments later on. I think Diaz might have a few moments later, but nothing crazy really. I can see Devin Haney putting a really good performance. I almost said dominant, but I don't want to, just below dominant. I think he'll control the fight, and I think he will win a unanimous decision. And I think, Ben Davidson alluded to he might be the first to stop Diaz. Of course, he's going to say that. He's his trainer, but I don't see that. I think this fight's going 12. Diaz is tough, and he doesn't need to go in there and try and stop him either. He doesn't need to make a statement yet, I don't think. Just get this fight, win convincingly, move on, and then you've got a big opportunity to make a massive statement against Kambosos or whoever else, where his style actually is going to fit better. Because actually, with these two guys, Devin Haney hasn't fought a southpaw in a while, and Jo Diaz has been only fighting southpaw, so they've only fought their own styles. So there could be a weird little mesh of styles. We'll see, maybe. I mean, there tends to be an awkwardness anyway, but this might be even more awkward. But we'll see. I do expect Devin Haney to come out victorious. I expect him to put in a good performance, using his jab, throwing a few feints. Don't get caught up with too many sloppy exchanges on the inside. Well, not sloppy, but just unnecessary. And just box. Do what you have to do, box, and get the win. All right, that's it from me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Have a great week. Boxing on the Edge. I'll see you soon.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad. I see you getting mad. Why you getting mad for it? Don't get mad now. Don't let them get in your head. It's me and you in there. Don't let them get in your head. I know you get. I feel you. You getting mad. Why you getting mad for it?
Don't get hyped up.
Listen, don't get mad.
Don't get hyped
No, I
up.
don't.
It's just gonna be me and you inside every
I don't gotta get hyped. I don't need nobody hype me up. You're getting mad. Why you mad for it? Why you mad for it? Don't get mad. Hey, don't get mad in the ring.
Boxing on the edge.